This is Octavia John Johnson. Entered Methodist Girls High School January 1955, graduated in 1960. Was a member of Aldrich House, and I'm in the 8th decade. I rose up to become house captain at Aldrich. I did all the usual academic subjects. The teacher that had the most influence over me was Mrs. Henrietta Smith Gage. In the first form, she wrote a very promising pupil because I came fifth. And of course that inspired me to do well throughout my years in girls' school, where I was always first and won the proficiency prizes every year until I graduated. Mrs. Collier came in later, and she was really a mentor and a great inspiration to us all. I also enjoyed Mrs. Effie Lewis, who was an English teacher in the lower grades. In fact, all the teachers were very good and have great interest in their students. I can mention my French teacher, Miss Jarvis, who would invite us to dinner, Miss Atkins, our music teacher and biology teacher, Mrs. Clark, the literature teacher, Mr. Cyril, who just right, my Latin teacher in Form 5, Mrs. Harding, Mrs. Harrison, a very good bunch of dedicated teachers. But then the school was very small, and we were also interested in learning. I would recommend the Methodist Girls High School to any future parents who wants to send their children to school. Honor before honors, Laureate MGHS. Done.
Good afternoon, my name is Christina Tomako Campbell. I was a student at MGHS during the 10th decade between 1971 and 1976. My favorite teacher while at MGHS was Miss Thomas. Miss Thomas was a very dedicated and no-nonsense woman who settled for nothing but excellence from all of her students. She was stern but good. As students, we were very frightened of Miss Thomas in and out of school. However, I was privileged to experience the softer side of Miss Thomas, a caring and kind-hearted woman. My mother, the late Mrs. Hannah Max Bedu, nee Max McCarthy, who also attended MGHS, sewed Prince dresses for Miss Thomas. When the dresses were ready, I had the privilege to take them to Miss Thomas's house. It was during those times that I experienced the gentler and kinder side of Miss Thomas, the side that most students did not get to see or experience. She was full of kind and encouraging words, praises for all the work that I was doing at school. At the same time, she also made me promise that I will not follow the wrong crowd and that I would continue to work very hard and always make good grades. Although Miss Thomas was my favorite teacher, I want to say a special big thank you to all the teachers of the 10th decade who helped shape the lives of all the young ladies of that decade. Thank you.
My name is Gloria Sabina Allen, a proud 8th decade alumna the founder of the Sierra Leone National Association of Secretaries and Administrators. I am the current president of the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts branch and the author of a double award-winning novel, Smoke in the Kitchen, which is available at Amazon.com. The challenges we faced in school cannot be overemphasized. In 1960, that was a long time ago, the school debuted its commercial stream. There were no teachers on staff to teach shorthand, typing, bookkeeping, and introduction to business. The school had to negotiate with some stenographers and secretaries who worked for the Sierra Leone government as part-time teachers. These teachers used their lunch break, which coincided with our lunch period, to teach us. We were asked to take shorter lunch period every day before class. Some of the teachers were not regular. As employees of their departments, their focus was on their full-time job. This became apparent that we were faced with enormous challenge. We worked on our own practically most of the time to master shorthand strokes as well as our typing keys. Towards the end of our academic period in school, we had teachers who prepared us for the London Pitman's examination. I would like to end with a quote from Dave Ramsey. The most important decision about your goals is not what you are willing to do to achieve them, but what you are willing to give up. Although not willingly, but we gave up our lunch period to achieve our goals. Thank you very much for listening.
My name is Elsie Jolie, a proud 8-decade alumna. I am also a member of the Methodist Girls High School All Girls Association of Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Branch. I had two favorite teachers. One, Mrs. Megan McCall, who taught us algebra and geometry. She acted as a parent by inspiring us. She taught us in a way that we were able to understand, which motivated me to do my assignment. Two, Mrs. Fashukolia, who taught us history. She was creative and well organized, and above all, very strict, and also pushes us to be confident in ourselves. May God bless her. Both teachers were very caring, devoted, and loving. May God give them long life and good health. I also give thanks to God for good teachers like them. Amen.
My name is Margaret Tego, formerly Margaret Goba. I was a boarding student at the Methodist Girls High School in the 60s. The matron was Mrs. Agnes John. She was a very strict woman, and in the morning she comes out with a cup of water to pour on students who were still on their bed. No one dares to say good morning to Matron John, otherwise you go in for punishment at night, to either pump or to be put in the dark room. My days were enjoyable at the school, and I liked Mrs. John.